Hey guys, welcome to Achievement Day. Today is Achievement Day. Achievement Day, of course, as you know, is a misnomer because there's no such thing as an Achievement Day because we know achievement is a process. And for all intents and purposes, we could have called this Action Day because it's actually a day of action. We celebrate this day and we recognize it in this community because it's a day when we take action. My recording this video is an action step that I'd set as a target for this week where I'm going to be recording a certain number of videos. So I'm happy to say that it is my achievement day. Of course, I have other things on my list to be done today that will take me that closer to my target. So I'm on a journey and I'm sharing with you because I need company on this journey, and I believe that there are others that are going through what I am going through, and because of that, I want to share with you. And I need some company. It really is a selfish reason, but that is the truth. I needed some company along this journey, and so I'm happy to share with you today. My name is Angeline Fletcher, and I share with you today on this Achievement Day as we celebrate this day. I want to share with you an analogy that I heard about that there is this plank which is like 6 inches wide by 20 feet long, and this plank is stretched to across two buildings. And if someone were to offer you $20 to walk on this plank to go from one building to the next, would you? Perhaps not, because you're saying that's too risky for $20. But if you still had that plank, it's 6 inches by 20 feet, stretching across these two buildings, and your child, God forbid, or your spouse, God forbid, or your parents, or someone that you love and care for is on the other side of the plank on the other building, and that building is on fire, and you are able to go save them, would you? Perhaps you would, because now your reason for going across these two buildings, walking on this 6 inch by 20 feet plank, is not just for no $20 now. Now lives are at stake now because now the end result is much greater than just a $20. And that I use that for us to recognize the difference between having a good why, a good reason for doing what we do. And most of us, a lot of us are business people. Myself, I'm an entrepreneur, and sometimes we get a little confused as we go along. We get a little sometimes discouraged. We get a little unsure of whether we're making any progress. And the thing that is able to pull us further forward, sorry, is that why, is that reason. And if we have a $20 reason, to using the analogy for you, if you have a $20 reason, then it might not be as great a pull for us. But if we have that reason that a parent, a child, a loved one is on the other side of the plank and needing our assistance for their life, that is a greater pull for us. And that is what we want to have. We want to create our why, our reason for doing what we do on such a large scale, of course, realistically so, that It pulls us forward during those days of discouragement, during those days when our mind is telling us that, oh, who do you think you are? You can't do that. Who do you think you are? And so many people have failed. Why do you think you're going to be succeeding? When our mind is telling us something, look at you. You are old. You are too young. You are not experienced enough. Nobody wants to hear anything from you. Our minds are telling us so many different things. But if our why, if our reason for doing what we are doing is so great, it's so magnificent, or why is so compelling that it overrides what our mind is telling us. And as a matter of fact, if we focus on our reason, it will affect our minds, and our mind will no longer try to prevent us from doing it, because of course our mind is trying to protect us. That's what our minds are for. Now our minds will realize, because we're saying it often enough, that listen, I'm doing this because my family needs me for their survival. And so you keep telling your mind that. Eventually, what will happen is your mind will shift and no longer trying to protect you from your reason, but it will now align with your reason. Isn't that wonderful? And that is why we can't have these mediocre reasons for doing what we are doing. Our reasons, our whys has to be compelling. Our reason has to be to such an extent that it pulls us forward in the dark times and in the down times and in the discouraged times. Our why will pull us forward so that we can accomplish our goals. So what are you setting as your reason? What is your reason? I've had to be thinking about these things, because it can't be just, oh, I want to make money. It's not enough. It's not big enough. Why? It's not a big enough why. Because you can always, tell yourself, oh, well, if this doesn't work, that will work. And I can always try something, always giving myself options. There's option A, option B, option C. No. When we set these, or why is, or reason for doing what we are doing is so compelling, that we have to go towards our goal, because and our reason is not the same as our goal. Our goal is that end result that we want to achieve, but the reason, what that achievement will do for us, that is our why. That is our reason. That is to compel us. So we not just want to make money. We want to be able to reach a stage where we're earning enough money that will be able to do X or Y or Z, whatever it is. And that has to be as compelling enough to take us through those dark times, which of course is going to be coming, because there is no smooth road. I heard something that says that if the mountains were smooth, we wouldn't be able to climb them. I mean, I'm not a climber, but you know what I mean. And so the mountain has these ridges. It's rough. It's hard. But then the climber is able to climb it, to use the instruments that they use to climb, to jab into those grooves and those ridges, to be able to move up and move up and move up and climb up the mountain. And so our mountains are not smooth, but we've got to climb them, because we have our reason for wanting to reach the top of the mountain. And so this morning, I just wanted to help you, as I have been doing, to think about the reason why we would like to achieve these, and think big. Think big. Think about serious things that will affect your life and the lives of those that you care for. And I'm sure, because that has been my experience, that if they're compelling enough, they will pull you through so that you can achieve your goal. It's been my pleasure sharing with you today. I really hope and pray that you've gotten something out of it, as it has been encouraging me as well. And as usual, make this a great achievement day. Make this a day when you do something towards achieving your goal, even if it's to sit down and to figure out what's your why. Again, my name is Angeline Fletcher. I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to connect with me as you can. God bless you and one love.